Good morning, dear students. In the last class, we have discussed regarding the classification of polymers based on intermolecular forces. Okay, already we know based on intermolecular forces, polymers are classified into how many types? Means four types. What are they? First one is elastomers. Next, second one is, what is the second one? Second one is fibers, and third one is thermoplastic polymers, and fourth one is thermosetting polymers. Okay, right. Next, what is the next topic means? So next topic is already I discussed, that is types of polymerizations or mode of polymerization based on the type. So actually this polymers are classified into how many types means two types. What are the means? Addition polymerization, and second one is the condensation polymerization. Okay, in today's class we are going to discuss regarding the addition polymerization. Okay, it means in addition polymerization, which type of mechanism is involved for the formation of different types of the addition polymers. Okay, now we are going to discuss regarding that one. Okay, right. Now, types of polymerization. Types of polymerization. Now, based on the type, they are classified into how many types means? They are classified into two types. What are the means? Already we know. First one is addition polymerization. Next, second one is condensation polymerization. Okay, based on the type, polymers are classified into two types. First one is addition polymerization, and second one is condensation polymerization. First, coming to the addition polymerization, already we know what is the meaning of addition polymerization. Addition polymerization means when we observe the formation of addition polymers are observed means, so here addition polymers are formed, okay, by the union of monomers containing either double bond or triple bond. It means whenever we are combining the monomers which are having the double bond or triple bond, at that time we observe the formation of which type of polymers means addition polymers. Okay, so now due to the formation of these addition polymers means, so which type of mechanism is observed here means mostly in addition polymerization. Okay, we observe the free radical mechanism. Okay, so now in today's class, so we are going to discuss regarding that. That is how this monomers are converting into the polymer. Okay, right. Coming to the first one, that is, now we know additional polymers are formed by which type of mechanism? So by, I'll write that point now, free radical mechanism. Okay, by free radical mechanism, or sometimes by the involvement of ionic species also. Mostly this one is important for us. Through or via this free radical mechanism only, now that monomers are converting into addition polymers. Okay, by which mechanism? Free radical mechanism, or by the involvement of ionic species. Ionic species means nothing but so during the course of the reaction we observe the formation of the ions. Okay, right. Now coming to this one. So now in case if you take this addition polymerization, so now we know which type of mechanism is involved means free radical mechanism. Okay, already in first year in hydrocarbons we have discussed, that is alkanes. In alkanes already we know, So they undergo the which type of reactions means substitution reaction. Okay, mostly the reaction is carried out in the presence of the sunlight. Like that here also. So now that reaction is carried out in the presence of heat or in the presence of the sunlight. Okay, whenever the reaction is carried out in the presence of heat or sunlight, at that time they undergo this free radical mechanism, right, during the course of the reaction. Okay, now here we observe the three steps. What are the three steps means? I will write the three steps. So okay, so three steps we are observing here. So first step, first one is chain initiation. Okay, next second one is chain propagation, and third one is chain termination. Okay, now in free radical mechanism, so we observe the three steps here. What are they? Chain initiation step, chain propagation step, and chain termination step. Okay, now I will explain this one by taking one example. What is that example means? That is, I am taking a polythene. Okay, now in case if you take this polythene, in polythene what is the starting material? I mean monomer. What is the monomer that is used for the preparation of polythenes means ethene. Ethene is acting as a monomer. Okay, right. Okay, so these polythenes are obtained by polymerization of ethene, in the presence of free radical generator. Free radical generator means catalyst. Okay, now here one more point. That point is important. Which type of catalyst is used for the preparation of this polythenes means? Mostly we are using the benzoyl peroxide, or we may use the acetyl peroxide, or we may use the tertiary butyl peroxide. Okay, right. I will write that point. So which type of catalyst? So we are using means right there. Catalyst. Okay, so that catalyst may be benzoyl peroxide or acetyl peroxide or tertiary butyl peroxide. Okay, the reaction is carried out in the presence of the catalyst. Which type of catalyst are used here means it may be the benzoyl peroxide, or it may be the acetyl peroxide, or it may be the butyl peroxide. Okay, right. Now here we are taking this benzoyl peroxide. Okay, now so here in the presence of the benzoyl peroxide only. Okay, now here that ethene is converting into the which one means polythene. Ethene is converting into polythene. Okay, right. So in the first step, what happens? What is the first step? So already we know. So now in addition polymerization, so we observe which type of mechanism means free radical mechanism here. In the free radical mechanism, what is the first step, ma? It is a chain initiation step. So this is the first step. I'll write the first step, ma. Chain initiation. Chain initiation step. Okay, in chain initiation step. Now what is the catalyst here we have taken? Benzoyl peroxide. Now I'll write that formula of benzoyl peroxide, C6H5 C double bond O C double bond O C6H5. Okay, now this is the formula of benzoyl peroxide. Okay, now this benzoyl peroxide, okay, now it is undergoing the which type of mechanism? Means free radical mechanism. Okay, already we know in free radical mechanism, so we observe the formation of which one? So we observe the formation of the free radicals here. Okay, right. So the reaction is carried out in the presence of, okay, sunlight, Hnu or heat. Okay, now so here we observe the formation of free radical, C6H5 C double bond O. Okay, so two are formed here. This is the first one and this is the second. Okay, so free radicals are formed. Okay, right. Next, coming to the second step one. Next step, what happens? Now the formed this C6H5 CO2. C6H5 C double bond O. Okay, that is there. Okay, now here is there. Again they undergo the free radical mechanism. Okay, so the free radical reactions are indicated by this arrow. Okay, right. Now here H5 C6H5 dot, okay, plus CO2 is formed. Okay, now here 2 we have taken, that's the write 2 here. It will be no need to write that 2. Right, now here phenyl free radicals form. Okay, now so now this phenyl free radical, okay, phenyl free radical, so it reacts with which one? Means it reacts with ethyl. The formed phenyl free radical, okay, will react with the ethyl, and here okay, larger free radicals are formed. Larger free radicals are formed. Okay, now this is the first step. What is the first step here? Chain initiation step. In chain initiation step, what happens here? So benzoyl peroxide is undergoing, okay, so it undergoes the free radical mechanism, and here we observe the formation of the free radicals. So the reaction is carried out in the presence of either sunlight or the heat here. Okay, so finally here phenyl free radicals are formed. Now that phenyl free radicals are reacting with the ethyl, and here we observe the formation of the larger free radicals. Okay, right. So this is chain initiation step. What is the second step now? Second step is so chain propagation. Chain propagation. So chain propagation. Propagation means so nothing but increase in the length of the chain. Okay. Now in the second step, what happens? We observe the increase in the length of the chain by adding more number of ethene molecules to this larger free radical. Okay, right. Now here coming to the next step. In the next step, what happens? Now this larger free radical, that is C6H5 CH2 CH2, a dot is there, don't forget that one. Okay, now it reacts with one more ethene, and here C6H5 CH2 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 is formed. Now here, see there, what is the difference here now? In case if we consider this one, only one ethene molecule is there. Coming to this one, number of ethene molecule, one more ethene is added now we have. So due to that reason, the length of the chain is going to be increased. So that's why now even if we add more number of ethene molecules, okay. So if we add more number of ethene molecules, at that time what happens, you know? So we observe the increase in the length of the chain. Increase in the length of the chain. So that's why the second step is called as, why it is called as chain propagating step means, because in the second step we observe the increase in the length of the chain by adding the more number of ethene molecules. So due to that reason only, now finally here, okay, now C6H5 CH2 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 free radical is there. Now this the length of the chain is increasing now. That's why now here. Now this molecule, ethene, number of ethene molecules are going to be increasing. Now N, it is represented by the N. So now here we observe the formation of, means length of the chain is increased here. It means polymers are formed here. Okay. Now here. So this is regarding the chain propagation step. Okay. In chain propagation step, what happens here? We observe the increase in the length of the chain by the addition of more number of ethene molecules. Okay. Right. Next, coming to the last step now. What is the last step? Chain termination step. Chain termination means nothing but so we have to end this reaction. For ending this reaction, what we have to do means, so now whatever the free radicals that are finally formed in the chain propagation step, okay, now the formed free radicals will combine in different ways. They are going to combine in different ways, and finally we observe the formation of, which one is observed means polythenes are observed. We observe the formation of the polythenes. Okay, right. This is regarding the third step. Okay, now I'll write that third step. So before going to discuss that third step, so I'll repeat once again. So that is now here where we have discussed regarding the types of polymerization here. Now types of polymerization, now they are based on the type, they are classified into how many types means? Two types. What are they means? Addition polymerization, and second one is the condensation polymerization. Okay, so now first we are going to discuss regarding the addition polymerization here. Already we know in addition polymers means addition polymers are formed by combining the or by the union of monomers containing the double bonds or triple bond. Whenever we are combining such type of monomers, at that time addition polymers are also. Now that addition polymers are formed via through the free radical mechanism. In that free radical mechanism, so how many steps are involved means 3 steps are involved. What are the means? Chain initiation step, chain propagation step, and chain termination step. Okay, right. Now already we have discussed regarding the first one, that is chain initiation step, and chain propagation step we have discussed. Last one is chain termination step. Now I am going to explain this one by taking one example, that is polythene. Means polythenes are formed by the polymerization of which one? By the polymerization of ethene, and that reaction is carried out in the presence of the free radical generator, nothing but catalyst. Which type of catalyst here we are using means benzyl peroxide or acetyl peroxide or tertiary butyl peroxide. Okay, right. Now here 3 steps are involved. First step, chain initiation step. So in chain initiation step, so now we observe the formation of larger free radicals. How these larger free radicals are formed means, now whatever the catalyst we have taken, okay, so now it generates the free radicals here. Okay, the reaction is carried out in the presence of sunlight or the heat here. Okay. Second step, what happened? Again, the formed free radical by the loss of CO2, phenyl free radicals are formed. Now, the formed phenyl free radical will react with this ethene and larger free radicals are formed. Okay. This is regarding chain initiation step. Next step. Coming to the second step now. What is the second step? Chain propagation step. In chain propagation step, we observe the increase in the length of the chain. How we are going to increase the length of the chain means by adding more number of ethene molecules. Okay, it means now whatever the larger free radical that is formed in the first step, now it is going to react with the more number of ethene molecules, and here we observe the formation of bulkier free radicals. Bulkier free radicals are formed. Okay, right. So this is regarding the chain propagation step. What is the last step? Chain termination step. Now coming to the chain termination step now. Okay, in that chain termination step, now here whatever the free radicals that are formed, now they are reacting with the each other. It means now first I will write this one, C6H5, okay, CH2, dot is there, okay, N. Okay, now same thing. Okay, now one more same free radical we have to take here. It means like this we had, right? CH2, okay, right, next CH2, C6H2, okay, right. Now same thing only, I have written two types. Okay, now these free radicals will combine with each other. Okay, it means dot is there now, and here also dot is there. Now they are combining with each other on here. Okay, now we observe the formation of which one means polythenes are formed. Okay, now here, so we observe the formation of which one means polythenes are formed. Okay, it means that, so in chain termination step, what we are doing, whatever the bulkier free radicals that are formed in the chain propagation step, okay, now they are mixing with each other, they are combining with each other, okay, in different ways. So due to that reason, so finally we observe the formation of which one means polythenes are formed. Now if you take that polythene, so which monomer means which unit is repeated here means this CH2 group is repeated. CH2. So that's why now polythene is example for which type of polymer means I'll write that one. Now it is the example for homopolymer. It is the example for the homopolymer. Why it is an example for homopolymer means because so same monomers we are taking, that is ethene molecules only we are taking. Ethene molecules are acting as monomers here. So that's why here we observe the formation of polythene here. Now polythene is the best example for the homopolymer. Why it is example for homopolymer is because here we are taking the same monomers here. Okay, right. Even we can synthesize the copolymers also. Copolymers best example is which one? Already had discussed. That is you have to take the 1,3-butadiene here. CH3 CH2 double bond CH2. Okay, 1,3-butadiene. Okay, now it is reacting with the styrene acrylamide. Okay, so at that time Okay. Now what is the name of this one means polyacrylonitrite. Okay. Now this is acetonitrite, vinyl cyanide, and this one is 1,3-butadiene. Okay. Now here, in case if you consider, if you take this example, in this example we are taking the different types of the monomers. Okay, different types of the monomers. So whenever we are taking the different types of the monomers, at that time also we observe the formation of the polymers are observed. Now the formed polymers are called as copolymers. They are called as copolymers. Okay, right. So this is regarding the addition polymerization. Okay, right. Next we'll discuss regarding some examples. What are that examples means? Already we know. So best examples for this addition polymerization means I will give you some examples here. What are that examples means for this addition polymers means? First example is polythene. Polythene is the best example. Now I will tell you how we are going to prepare that polythenes. And if you take that polythenes, again they are classified into two types. Means first one is low density polythenes and second one is high density polythenes. One more example, that is this one, polyacrylonitrile is the another example for the addition polymer. And one more example, last example, that example is very very important. What is that example means? Polytetrafluoroethene. Polytetrafluoroethene. Okay, so these are three important examples for the which type of polymers means addition polymers. Okay, we'll discuss those, right? Now coming to this one, now we have discussed regarding the addition polymerization. Now we know what is the meaning of addition polymerization. Now if you take that addition polymerization, so these reactions occurs via the or through the free radical mechanism here. In free radical mechanism, now already we know, so we observe the involvement of three steps here. What are the three steps means? First step is chain initiation step, second step is chain propagation step, and third step is chain termination step. What is the third step? Chain termination step. So coming to this reaction, in this reaction, so we have taken the example. What is the example we have taken? I have explained by taking the polythene. Now ethenes are polymerized to polythenes and that reaction is carried out in the presence of the catalyst. What is that catalyst means? Benzoyl peroxide. Okay, if you use that benzoyl peroxide, okay, at that time, one more point, the reaction is carried out in the presence of heat or sunlight here. So now the reaction proceeds via this free radical mechanism. Coming to the first step now, that is chain initiation step. In chain initiation step, what happens here? That is whatever the benzoyl peroxide we have taken, now it is undergoing that free radical reaction, and finally we observe the formation of the larger free radicals here. Next step, second step, chain propagation step. Whatever the larger free radicals that are formed in the first step, now they are reacting with the some more ethene molecules, and finally we observe the formation of a bulkier free radical. Bulkier free radicals are formed. Okay, right. This is the second step. In the third step, what happens? Now the formed bulkier free radicals. Okay, now they are combining in different ways. They are combining in different ways, and finally we observe the formation of the polymer. Okay, now right. So now this polythene is the best example for the homopolymer. Why? Because now whatever the monomer we have taken, that monomers mostly here we are taking the same type of the monomers. So that's why homopolymers are formed. Okay, right. Next coming to the copolymers. When we observe the formation of the copolymers are observed means if you take the different types of the monomers. If you take the different types of the monomers, best example is this one, polyacrylonitrile, or it is also called as BuNa-N. BuNa-N. BuNa-N and BuNa-S are the best example for the copolymers. BuNa-S means in the place of acrylonitrile. Okay, acrylonitrile. acrylonitrile. Now we have to take the which one means styrene we have to take. Okay, right. So this is regarding the homopolymers and copolymers here. Copolymers are very very important. What are copolymers? So if you take the different types of the monomers, at that time we observe the formation of the polymers here. That polymers are called as copolymers. Best example for that one is Buna N and Buna S are the best examples for the copolymers. Okay, right. So this is regarding the addition polymerization. Okay, right. Next, so examples, some important examples we are going to discuss. Okay, what are that examples means? Polythene, second one is this polyacrylonitrile, and the third one is Teflon. Okay, right. So all those things in the next class we will discuss. Okay, right, man. Thank you very much. Tomorrow I will continue.